Okay, here's my sound preferences. I like a variety of different tunings, but really what gets my juices flowing, starting from the lower octaves, is in the bass. I like my bass punchy, tight, fast with a kick. I like a little bit of energy down there, maybe a little bit of warmth, but not too much getting into bass bleeding. It's got to have enough weight to make male vocals, make piano, cello, percussions, have the right tonality. When it comes to my mids, I do like my mids and mid clarity, but I don't like too forward a mid, so that's the upper mids I'm talking about. So keep the pinna gain down a little bit and not make it too forward a presentation. And when it comes to the highs, I do like my sparkly highs. At my age, I'm probably losing a little bit of the high frequencies. But not too much where it's sibilant and in your face. So that's what I like. Just having a good laugh here. I was reading the back of the box, just getting some information I was trying to pull off of this review for the KB02. And let me share that laugh with you. I was looking at the back and it said, well, there's two other. Well, first of all, this is the manufacturer's Shenzhen Ling Yin Technology Company Limited. There you go, Chi-Fi. There is a UK representative named C&Mu Accounting Limited. And they're on Electric Avenue. I bet you didn't know that, in London. And you can contact Billy Han. Yeah. With a telephone number and an email. And, or in the European side, there is Tiger Zhao, otherwise known as Haflung Speckrankt. Yep, in Deutschland, where I was born. So, funny. K-Bear, that's what I call him. KB ear, I call him K-Bear. I'm from Canada. We have lots of bears. all kinds of bears. Brown bears, polar bears, bears that shit in the woods. Yeah, I'm having some fun with this one. Okay, what does it come with? It comes in this little unassuming box, which is nice. I quite like this one. There you go. Spit that one right out right now. Comes in this little box. Comes with 3 sets of different ear tips and a little SPC, no, not SPC, OFC, just a copper cable. Here's my only niggle with this set. But yes and no. I mean, it comes with a decent little cable. This IM actually deserves better. And yeah, let's jump into this bad boy right now. Okay. Now I'm back, and let me show you this little bad boy. I got the purple version, comes in 3 colors. It's really well done. This is $39. And the fit and finish is very, very nice. Straight up. Everything going right for it. Resin shell, stainless steel nozzles, decent length. Here I'm using, important, Ozla crystal tips. They're a little bit firmer on the umbrella, and because inside of this is a 10 millimeter, and this is what piqued my interest, was a beryllium coated dynamic driver, and a 10 millimeter elastic type bone conduction driver. You can hear it and feel it when you're tapping on the shell, like the Pula Anvil 114. And I'll talk about that. Why did it get me excited when beryllium plated driver came up? Well, I have a love for beryllium plated dynamic drivers because I think they're sonic character. They're in a generalization here, but it's true in this one as well. I find that beryllium has a really nice combination of being able to, in the dynamic drivers, to pull down lower, but yet still have very tight, textured, and punchy bass. Deedly-do. And then this 10 millimeter bone conduction driver isn't the same as in the Pula. The Pula has 11 millimeter, unless somebody is 1 millimeter off. Maybe size matters, but it's really how you use it. Anyway, sound quality. I say that with a straight face. I'm a big fan of Barry bass. Big and punchy, nice distinction between sub bass and mid bass, nice weight and nice texture. Here's a graph, and if you know how to read graphs, again, it's a tool. It's pretty impressive how they did the bass glide. You can look at the pinna and the ear gain climbing up there, and you can kind of tell if this is something that might be for you or warning signs, right? So the rest of the tuning here, I like the fuller mids and the energy into the ear gain. It makes it for a very nicely detailed vocals and a non-dark top end. Mine is, well, I'll talk about that in a little bit. The bone conduction driver that's in here, is it doing anything? That is a question. For sure it is, but definitely more subtle than the Pula Anvil. The bass texture is really nice, and there is an enhancement, undoubtedly, to the stage. From what I find from bone conduction, or this type of bone conduction driver, giving this IM a bigger sense of space and stage that the single dynamic driver would not be able to do by itself. So definitely that bone conduction driver. And again, I think that's it's a wrong term to use because a bone conduction driver technically would be back here, vibrating your ear bone, and where this one is inside of a shell and in your ear. But again, it's doing something, and it's doing it very well. Kind of like it. I like this one. Did I mention that? I think. I like the bass. I like the bass a lot, actually. And how it balances out the mids. It's my kind of punchy, elastic bass, and that glide into the mid bass with that energy. The very top end is a bit rolled off, but not so it doesn't make it a terribly airy and light sounding IM, but it has a very nice crisp treble. And again, I think that's even though in the description they're saying the bone conduction is helping the bass, I think it's helping the lower bass. And I think in bone conduction you can see a little squiggle, and that's kind of where I think it hits, and then it still travels up and down from that point in the frequency spectrum. So definitely there. At loud volumes, I find the upper registers can get a bit splashy, little bit sibilant, but it's tolerable for me. And again, that's your comfort zone for how much you can take. And I listen to it louder than maybe some of you, right? For me, I thought this IM was so worthy that I actually went and threw it on the DD Hi-Fi Nix Net cable. I know some of you are rolling your eyes right now. I don't care. This thing actually was deserving of something better if you had it. So I'm not really coming down on the cable. Great if it comes with one in the box, 3.5. I wanted to feed it more power, and I certainly did. I went through a gamut of different sources, from the Ibaso little dongle, the Nunchaku. Love this one in solid state. I liked it very much. And in tube, they both sound really good. It really depends on what you were looking for. And then I switched over to using the Ibaso combo, the DX180 as transport, the DC Elite as my source, and then sending it out to this Kai Designs Tap 1 Pro. Got an upcoming review on that one. I like that amp so much, I just bought a second one. That's got to say, that's first for me. So that one's coming up. This IM is worthy. It is more than worthy of your consideration. The last KB ear that I reviewed, Rosefinch, was not a huge fan of it. So I'm thankful that Keep Hi-Fi and KB Ear sent me this one because I really asked for it. It's piqued my interest. It looked good on paper, and sure as shit, really, really enjoy the sound of this at $40. A big fan. There's nothing I'm going to say negative about this. It is important, I will say, for you, if you can, use a umbrellaed ear tip that is thicker, because I find that I get more of that bone conduction effect when I have something that is stiffer on the umbrella of the ear tip. And again, I'm using the Osla Crystal ones here, working really well for me. Really do quite enjoy this IM a lot. All the music I listen to, from jazz, hip hop, classical, reggae, EDM, rock. I listen to tons of rock. Zero flags. In fact, it was just big smiles and grins. So yeah, $40. I'm gonna say highly recommended. For my library, for my tastes, and for what it does. Is this a baby Pula anvil? Yeah, I think it does without the 4 BAs in it. A Pula on the cheap, you might say. I think if you want a taste of what bone conduction can do, this would be a good set to pick up. Because what you should be listening for, two things: bass texture. I think you'll notice something noticeably different there. And the other one is the kind of trailing edges of the notes. So like string instruments and stuff, the harmonics that come off the leading edges, the trailing edges of notes, take it a step further, right? A step beyond, a little bit of enhancement. And then there's that stage, which is, if you said this was, I would go beyond and say it's above average in its stage, and especially at a under $40 price point. Pretty killer I am. Great job, KB Ear. Love this tuning. Want to see a little bit more like it, and even maybe expand on this. What I'd love to see is this driver, this tuning, maybe a little bit less energy, maybe 2 dB less on the upper mids. But I'd love to see a Sonyan 2600 BA1. This dynamic driver, one Sonyan 2600 BA, and this bone conduction driver in here. Absolutely. Keep going that direction. Thank you so much for watching. Appreciate it.